If you don't believe something like that could happen,
Bitconnect! Wow!
so this episode of Crypto Scam Watch is a bit different in that it's not primarily about technical ways that people might breach your security, steal your private keys, or somehow infect your computer with malware, but rather looking at general investment scams that dress themselves up using language associated with cryptocurrency. And if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe, and that way you can be kept in the loop about content I make to help you navigate and find your way in the crazy and often hostile environment that is cryptocurrency. If you've never heard of a Ponzi scheme, essentially they collect money from a whole bunch of people, and rather than investing it and paying out like dividends or something like that, they will actually use the money collected from new investors to pay all of the existing investors to make them think that they actually have real and proper investments. And that's why you find quotes like this one where people say, it's hard to believe it's a scam if they're paying you, because unlike scams that simply rob you, that I've looked at in previous videos, a Ponzi scheme will actually pay out real money and real returns to people who are in the scheme. Ponzi schemes will often have a loyal base of supporters, and there might be a lot of people trying to say very positive things about them on the web, on social media, and they may even have public events and rallies that they're running to try and recruit more people into this scheme. Perhaps the biggest tragedy of these Ponzi schemes is the way that they take advantage of people's family, their friends and colleagues, encouraging people who are part of the scheme to sign them up too. Meaning that when the whole thing comes crashing down, not only have people lost all of their money, but also they've caused their family, friends and colleagues to lose all their money too and have to live with that guilt. So what are some of the things to look for? Well, firstly, an over-the-top sales pitch. Run as fast as you can from anyone who's trying to sell you something with the amount of enthusiasm this guy has. Guaranteed returns that are unnaturally consistent and unnaturally high are a huge red flag. Another thing to look for is schemes that seem to offer secret or new or special sort of investment strategies or technologies. So USI Tech basically claimed they had an automated trading platform where you just basically give them some money and their system will just magically invest that and trade that in a way that would make you a profit. Another big one is secret or new investment opportunities that seek you out. A lot of these Ponzi schemes actually have like referral programs built into them where they're paying people to promote this investment. Generally speaking, unless you're an ultra high net worth individual, that's someone who's already worth millions and millions of dollars, non-scammy investments are generally not going to come looking for you. Any investment, crypto or not, that seeks you out is probably a scam. Another big thing to look for is vague or absent explanations about how exactly this investment will work. If people just, throw a few technological buzzwords in there that really make no sense to you, don't have good information on websites or other things that can help you to understand what you're investing in, that is a huge red flag. Another common one with a lot of these Ponzi schemes is a pressure to keep investing more money. Encouraging people to say, hey, look, if you just invest more, if you just double your investment, you'll get double the return. And just pressuring people to either keep pouring more money into the platform or making all these disincentives to prevent you from wanting to pull your money out. The point with all of this is that cryptocurrency is unfortunately the perfect veneer for a lot of these scams, in that for a lot of people, especially those new to the space, cryptocurrency is hard to understand. It's a complicated technology that's completely new to them. It's something they might have read about and heard about the crazy returns that some people are getting, and all the talk of Lambos and things going to the moon really doesn't help. So how to stay safe? Well, firstly, have realistic expectations for the kinds of returns that investments should give you. So if you're not even sure what constitutes realistic returns for an investment, what I've got here is actually just an example, which is the S&P 500. So that's essentially the top 500 companies on the New York Stock Exchange. The S&P 500 has done really well for the last couple of years and is generally considered the kind of benchmark that's actually really difficult for any investor to consistently beat over the long term. So if you've got an investment that seems to be offering you 5 times, 10 times, 20 times the S&P 500, then you need to really be asking some serious questions about whether it's a straight up scam. Another way to stay safe is not to invest in things you don't understand. And a lot of people apply this logic to shares and other investments too. And what to do if you spot a scam? You can contact the law enforcement in your country or the financial regulator in your country. But again, if it's a scam that's online or overseas, there may not be much they can do about it other than perhaps issue a warning for others. Thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. Hit like if you think that other people would find this video useful, and hit subscribe if you'd like to be kept in the loop about future content I make that helps people stay safe in the crypto space and to recover if they get into trouble. If you have any questions about this video or a topic that you'd like me to cover, just leave a reply.